Hey guys, what's going on? How are you today? Just a heads up, I'm feeling a little under the weather today, but I wanted to film this video for you guys, so I'm going to push through, but if I sound a little groggy or whatever, that would be why. But today I'm very excited because I'm starting a brand new series for you guys, and it's going to be all about college life. I'm not totally sure what it's going to be called yet, but by the time this goes up I would have decided because it's going to be in the title of this video. Hooray! So I'm going to be talking about tons of different things, like this video is going to be all about College 101, so just the basics of college, and I'm also going to be talking about what it's like living alone, dealing with finances, how to manage like eating healthy, college party do's and don'ts. I'm going to talk about my school, which is a performing arts conservatory. I'm going to talk about applying to schools, organization tips, maybe dissecting a syllabus, things like that, and then obviously what else you guys would want to hear me talk about with college, you have to leave in the comment section. That way I can make sure that I cover all the bases for you guys. Also, I want you guys to let me know how often you'd like to see these videos. I was thinking maybe twice a month I would put up one of these videos, but if you want to see it more or less, or if you don't even like this idea, let me know in the comment section, or if you love this idea, definitely let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. So I want to start off by talking about picking your major. People put off college a lot of the time because they are like, I don't know what I want to do, so I'm just not going to go. And I think that's sort of silly because for the first 2 years of college, you don't even have to take any sort of classes that would be towards a major or even declare a major for those first 2 years. The first 2 years can be completely dedicated to just gen ed classes, which would be math, science, history, and English. So you can concentrate just on those for the first 2 years, and then with your electives, you can start trying out different things. You know, if you think you'd be interested in being a teacher, you can try out some of those classes. If you want to be an artist, try some art classes, theater, whatever you're interested in, you can try out different things and see if it feels right and it's something that you would feel passionate about. So this sort of leads us into how to pick your classes. Now you have to make sure that you pick your class wisely. Keep in mind that classes cost money. So if you're pretty sure that you don't want to be a gardener, you might not want to take a gardening class. If you really want to, go for it, but just keep in mind that classes cost money and it's taking up time that you could be using towards actually getting your degree. I also want to let you guys know about all the different class types. So the first kind of class would be a lecture class, and lecture classes can have anywhere between 5 and 20 people in the classes. It's basically where a professor will stand in front of you and lecture you for however long the class is, normally like 2 hours. And so you're going to be taking notes and listening to what they're saying, and it's basically like a normal classroom setting, like what you might have gone through in high school. Then there's something called a lecture hall, and this can have anywhere between 50 and 200 people in the class. I know, sort of crazy. So this is a much bigger setting. Basically, you're going to be sitting in rows, just in a giant room, and it's a lot less personal. The professor probably won't know who you are because if there's 200 people in there, he's not going to learn all 200 students' names. But if you're looking for something where you can just go in, learn the stuff, and get it done with, or if you're one of those people who sort of want to fly a little bit more under the radar, this might be something for you. It's not my personal favorite. Lecture classes are my favorite, but you have to decide what's best for you. And the last kind of class that you're going to have to take is a lab or training class. Basically, this is where you're actually doing hands-on things. So if you're a chemistry major, you might be mixing chemicals together, or if you're a photography major, you might be taking pictures during this block of time. And obviously, the number of people in these classes can vary, but you're sort of on your own, doing your own thing, completing sort of the training part of your degree. Okay, now let's talk professors. So in high school, I'm sure you hear from a lot of your teachers, no one in college is going to baby you like this, blah, 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 whatever. Literally don't listen to them. They're just trying to, like, I don't know, scare you or something. I don't really know what their motive would be. But professors in college, from my point of view, have been really awesome. They're a lot more chill and like laid back. What I will say is that they don't care as much about whether you do your work or not. Like, if you choose not to do your homework, they're not going to like get on your case about it and yell at you for it because they don't care. That's your grade that you're ruining. So in that way, they aren't going to baby you, but also they're not going to like be on your case about something because they honestly just don't care that much. It's really cool when you're in lecture classes because you get a more personal relationship with your professor, and when you reach out to them and sort of ask them for help, it really like, you know, they get really cool with you and they become very flexible and they're totally willing to help you with anything. You could shoot them an email and they'll like answer you back, especially if you get a good professor. Which brings me to my next point, which is RateMyProfessorcom. So when you're signing up for classes, normally it will tell you the class name, how many credits it's worth, how many people will be in the class, like lecture hall, training, whatever. And then it will also tell you the professor's name. So what you can do is go to RateMyProfessorcom and type in the professor's name, and they have seriously like every professor on there. I've never gone on there and not had a professor on there. And it's just going to have reviews from other students. You see they're going to get a star. It also tells you whether those students thought that the teacher was hot or not, which is sort of silly. But just in case that's important to you, I guess you can find that information on there too. But from all of my experience, those reviews have been completely spot on. And I've even gone in there and written reviews for teachers before, or professors. That way I can help out other students with picking the right or wrong professor. I think it's a great way to help you find a professor that's going to fit exactly what you want. Okay, really quick, let's talk about studying. So I know it's tough when you get into a college setting to stay on top of your studies because there's so much going on around you. You're in a brand new place, you're exploring, you're making new friends, you're starting to go to parties, you're socializing more. I mean, tons of things are being thrown at you all at once, and the work is going to start right away. And also, it's a little bit different than high school because you don't have math every single day. You're going to have math like 2 or 3 times a week depending on the class, which means that you have some time in between each class, like days between each class, to do your homework. So it's easy to procrastinate, but my biggest recommendation is do not procrastinate. As soon as you get that homework, go back to your dorm room and at least start it. That way you have a head start on it, and it would be even better if you finished it. That's what I always tried to do. If I get the homework assignment and I go home and I do it, then it's out of the way and I don't have to worry about it for the next few days. I think people get really absorbed in other things and they end up forgetting to do their homework or study for a test, and it's just like bad, because I'm going to share with you guys the formula for getting good grades in college. From all of my experience, this formula is totally foolproof. I mean, it works perfectly. Obviously, you have to fully commit to it for it to work, but I mean, I think it's a great way. My mom actually taught me this. If you want to get good grades in college, do your homework and show up for class. That's really all that matters. Doing your homework, that grade is automatically going to be raised. Some teachers grade homework specifically, but since it's homework, you should be able to get the answers correct since like you have everything right in front of you. But other teachers might just grade you that you did the homework, and you might get, you know, points for just doing the homework, which is awesome. So that's going to help raise your grade already. And then showing up for class, teachers are going to see that you're making an effort to actually try in their class, which goes a long way. When you're in class and raising your hand, asking questions, participating, teachers really notice those things, and it'll really help your grade out. And if you can't go to class for one day, for whatever reason, make sure that you send them an email. First of all, it's polite, and second, it's going to make them see that you were conscious about it. Like, you weren't just blowing off their class. You had a reason that you couldn't be there, and you took the time to send them an email and apologize for it. I'm telling you guys, if you do your homework and pay attention in class and go to class, your grades are going to be perfect. I don't know why I said that. I finished my first 2 years of college with a 3.9 GPA, and I am an awful test taker. I'm not like I'm smart, but I'm not like a genius or whatever. But I showed up to class and I always did my homework and tried my best, studied, and obviously it paid off. And my very last tip for you guys is just to relax. I know college can be scary, and going into a new place with new majors and professors and people can be really scary, but if you just take a deep breath, relax, and accept that this is where your life is going, you're going to be totally okay. And that is it for my College 101 video. I hope that it was helpful for you guys. I tried to fit as much information in there as possible. Don't forget to leave recommendations for what you would like to hear more of in my college series down in the comment section. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Those links will be in the description below. Thank you all again for watching. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!